Top 5 Unheard Wild West Facts. In Wild West, dying of starvation or disease was very common. However, what was worst was some unfortunate fellas died without even knowing what exactly happened. Yes, aside from getting ambushed or being accidentally hit by stray bullets from shootouts, many desperados were killed without an actual gunfight. Just like Billy the Kid. But with just 21 years of life, he became infamous for centuries. We'll discover more of these unheard facts, and at the end of this video, you'll find out why working as a saloon woman back then was more life-threatening than anything else. Then enough words, let's get started. So speaking of gunfights, the fact was it rarely happens. And despite how famous these incidents like the Hickok-Tutt Gunfight and OK Corral Gunfight, still, only a few accounts stated gunfights happened in the Old West. It would often end up in mere seconds. And worst, there's no gunfight at all, since they would rather go for a sure kill with an ambush. Next, liquor sold in saloons were cheap but rigged. Well, we have to remember that business owners would do anything for profit. And so they all have some underhanded scheme up to the extent even the liquors they sell were rigged. Some saloons make a beer foamy so it will look full glass. Some would water it down, but still, drunk people would not notice the difference. Well, in the Old West, there's a rule that thou shalt not steal a horse. Kidding aside, expect the worst punishment, if not death by hanging, if you ever got caught stealing a horse way back then. Since in the frontier, owning a horse was very important. That's why there's high demand. Hence, horse thieving has become a popular way to make fast cash. Eventually, this became a headache as tracing a stolen horse was almost impossible. That's why to warn these persistent horse thieves and set an example, the authorities make sure they get severely punished. Moreover, looking for clean water in the frontier was hard to come by, so families would rather not take a bath for a whole week. And if they did, they would share the same bath water with the entire family. If taking a bath was already a luxury, then washing dishes and clothes was a rare option. It rarely happens, unless there's used bath water they can use. Then, this bath water would be reused for the animals to drink. So, frontier people would be often seen walking filthy, and no one really bothered. Bathing was indeed a luxury accommodation in the Old West. Far from the glamorous stories of how beautiful saloon women entertained and charmed most frontiermen, in reality during those days, their job was perhaps the most life-threatening in the Old West. Saloons and brothels were being patronized not just for the entertainment, but also for the extra service these ladies offered. But this comes with a grave price. These women were heavily exposed to unsafe sexual interactions, making them susceptible to deadly infectious diseases. And worst, they rarely got proper medical attention back then, so it was common for them to succumb to death. That's why working as a saloon woman in the Wild West was almost equivalent to a death sentence. And sadly, those who take this profession, as they really have not much choice, would rarely live up to old age. You've just discovered the amazing topic about top 5 unheard Wild West facts. So now click this and discover another amazing topic about what early pioneers ate in the Old West.